Good morning to you, fellow Ambazonians. Good morning to you, our brave people. Good morning to you, our loving people. Good morning to you all. It is very easy to start a war, but it's very difficult to end a war. It is very easy to start a war, but it's very difficult to end a war. There are two types of wars, according to experts. There is preventive wars. Nations go to war. They take preemptive measures to go to war. Most often, most wars are wars of opportunities. Mr. Biya's war on the Ambazonian people is a war of opportunity. After more than 4 decades of political failure, economic failure, social failure, governance failure, failure in social development, failure in providing even basic services to the Cameroonese. Biya needed a way out. He needed an exit. He needed an escape from responsibilities. From the Cameroonese people holding him responsible for 4 decades of failure. The war on the Ambazonian people, it's an escape strategy from 4 decades of failure. The war on the Ambazonian people, it's an opportunity, according to the Biya gospel, to crush the resistance. Hello? Yeah, I'm live right now on my YouTube channel. I don't know if you're aware of that. So Mr. Biya's war, it's a war of opportunity for Cameroun to permanently end the protest, use the same strategy they used on Cameroonese nationalists of the UPC to crush the protest, conquer the Ambazonian people, just like they've captured the state of Cameroun. Yesterday, there is a devastating revelation from a top middleman of Mr. Biya and the Prime Minister, calling them out that they have lost the war. They should accept reality, that it's not too late for Mr. Biya and the colonial Prime Minister, Mr. Diongute, for Mr. Tanganji Paul, for those that are living in denial, for the top military generals and commanders of the Cameroonese military to accept the reality, and they should stop lying to the people of Cameroon, to themselves, and to the international community. They have lost the war. It is time for them to accept their mistake and to humbly accept negotiations. Mr. Ellis Smith. Ellis Smith is a renowned journalist. That's a reporter for Bloomberg. He's a middleman working directly with Mr. Biya and the Prime Minister and the military to corrupt, to bribe, to buy Ambazonian fighters, to help them to accept the DDR program. Ellis Smith also is someone who hangs around Samuel Sako and all the others that are now working for the political transition in Cameroon. Ellis Smith is someone that I have personally interviewed. I had an interview with Ellis Smith, I think in 2018, when I run my program, the Southern Cameroon Leadership Strategy. Ellis Smith also works directly with other middlemen. He's in constant movement and association with the Bishop Andrew Kier and the moderator of the Presbyterian Church. So these are some of the key middlemen moving around both the diaspora and around the Ambazonian territory, carrying huge sums of money to play the regime's dirty game in using bribery and corruption as a solution to the conflict. Yesterday, Mr. Smith is very frustrated with the actions of the regime. Mr. Smith is very frustrated with the slow pace to resolve the conflict. And he sent out a long tweet which every Ambazonian should read. It's an eye-opener of what's going on within the system, the cracks within the system, the frustration within the system, the deniability within the system. Here is what Mr. Smith said. Dialogue is the only solution to the crisis in the northwest and southwest regions of Cameroun. That's Ambazonia. Those who say peace has returned to the northwest and southwest regions, God is watching. We have been at war for years now, yet some claim the war in the northwest and southwest regions is over, and even go to the extra mile to say peace is back. For those secreting such odious lies, I have no hard feelings against them. Now, this is the only benchmark to measure if peace is truly back. I mean, to those who adorate that mindset, the only measurement to ascertain that peace is truly back is for those who are in denial to take their vehicles, to take their cars and drive alone from Yaoundé to Mamfe and Bamenda and back to Yaoundé. Let me read this again. Very interesting. The only measurement to ascertain that peace is truly back is for those who are in denial to take their vehicles and drive alone from Yaoundé to Mamfe and Bamenda and back to Yaoundé. If they do that and return to Yaoundé alive, it means peace is truly back. Please, when traveling to Mamfe and Bamenda, don't take your security forces and don't use any tanks or APC, armored personnel carriers. Don't carry troops as your medium of transportation. Travel there alone, as if it was the case in 20 before 2017. This is Ellie Smith calling Diongote, calling Mr. Paul Biya, calling Atanga Njipor, calling all the top CPDM officials, those who are claiming they have won the war and peace has returned. He challenges them to take a test, a benchmark measurement. If peace has truly returned, if the war is over, if Mr. Biya has achieved victory and has crushed Ambazonian liberators, they should take their personal vehicles and drive by themselves without the armor cars from Yaoundé to Mamfe, from Mamfe to Bamenda, from Bamenda back to Yaoundé. That is the only test. Fellow Ambazonians, the cracks, they don't open inside the regime. Be very easy for any coward who they call it a head of state, a nation, for start a war. May be very difficult for any war. Now, 2 wars, according to the research we don't make them, 2 types of wars we country they declare. A country, they go for war for 2 specific reasons. They use war, what they call and say preventive war. That means say that they use war for prevent some bigger thing, make it not happen. And the second type of war, now what they call and say war of opportunity. Mr. Biya a war of Ambazonia, now a war of opportunity. After 4 decades of disastrous failure, humiliating failure, 4 decades of poverty, corruption, 4 decades of, say after 4 decades, Cameroun not produce aspirin or paracetamol or give the Cameroonese people the water. Mr. Biya, in no one make the Cameroonese people the wholly accountable for 4 decades of failure, for why the country don't remain backwards after 4 decades in power. Mr. Biya need an escape. The war for Ambazonia, a war of political opportunity, now an escape from a political failure. A war for Ambazonia, now a war of political opportunity for permanently end which they call and say any form of protest for the occupied territory by killing mass number of people, for burn down villages, for rape, so that because which the things that they be doing for the Bamileke people them, where they kill all the nationalists and they crush the UPC them. The things that if they duplicate, when I remember Mr. Biya be one of the people them way, they be the architect for the Bamileke, for the massacre of the Cameroonese nationalists. So if one use that same strategy for Cameroon for permanently end anything, what they call and say Anglophone uprising. As when I don't see from 1960, so to you can reach your present day, the people of Cameroon, After, since they keep 400,000 Bamileke them, got people, they head them, put them for streets. Since that time, the Cameroonese people them, they become like sheeps. I'm not talking Cameroonese people, they be sheep. But in their thinking, because they dictate on their thinking, now for make the people them, make them be so submissive, so timid, so fearful, because of what they be doing for Bamileke people. They want to do for the Ambazonian people them as an opportunity for permanently turn the people into submissive beings. Human beings, where they only exist, but they don't get any courage, they don't get any confidence, they don't get any self-worth, they don't even know the meaning and the purpose of life anymore. So it will be now a war of political opportunity. Opportunity for escape a failure, an opportunity for take over Ambazonia, turn them just like Cameroonese, so that permanently they will conquer the people them once and for all. And for the rest of the Ambazonian people them, they don't be conquered by Cameroon, and there will be never again any Ambazonian will ever dare to rise up against the occupier. Now, it don't backfire. Mr. Biya underestimate the generation. Diongute underestimate what this generation be made up of. They really underestimate who will be. They think it will be the generation of the Fonchas, the Munas, and the Frundis. They think it will be the generation of the Kongtan Elats. They think it will be the generation of the Munzos. They think it will be the generation of the Anyangwes. They think it will be the generation of the SCNC. They underestimate this generation. So their strategy for use extreme violence, for use genocide, for use massacres, for use scorched earth policy, it don't backfire. It don't fail. They discover now, say, the Ambazonian people, they be untouchable. They be unconquerable. They be undefeatable. They now understand. Say they don't get weighty it take for conquer the people then. That's why they quickly shift and they bring in the Ellie Smith. They bring in the bishop. They bring in the moderator. They rally all these people then. We in the past, bribery and corruption don't work. You find the key actors and figures and you use tribal networks. You isolate them, you corrupt them, you bribe them, you compromise them, and then you weaken their legitimacy. You weaken their character. Basically, castrate them. Okay? You politically castrate them. Just like they don't do them for all the others who they rise up before. Just like they do them for Frundi, they politically castrate Frundi. If you don't see them, no person since then, except this handful, they don't stand up for speak the truth, for defend the rights of our people. So their bribery and corruption, it don't fail them. They realize and say, no matter how much they bribe, no matter how much they try for corrupt, even forces, will get a lot of audios with Ellie Smith, the call fighters, for corrupt them, for bribe them, for move them from the battlefield. including these church people them. Now them self, it only touch them. Now them now they speak out. Now Ellie Smith did now the challenge Paul Biya. Now Ellie Smith of all persons. Now they tell them say they did live in denial and say that they do not propaganda. Now Ellie Smith now the right say Biya they live in denial, Diongute they live in denial, Atanganji they live in denial, the military they live in denial, the Manu CPDM elites, the Meme CPDM elites, the Fako CPDM elites, the Coupe CPDM elites, the Indian CPDM elites, the Mezam CPDM elites, the Momo CPDM elites, the Ngoketunjia CPDM elites, the Bui CPDM elites, the Boyo CPDM elites, all these elites, they did lie just for keep making money out of the war. Just for maintain their positions. So they go tell lies, they send out fake reports, will be contrary to the reality, just for continuously milking the system, because the war now a war of opportunity. Now an opportunity for them for make as much money as possible. Now an opportunity for them for re-establish their political roots. Because the events of today, they uproot yesterday's establishment. The events of today, they challenge yesterday's establishment. Now a complete shift in their public posture. Wait till this one they tell all. If the right-hand man for Diongote, if he come off outside, can lament. If the right-hand man for Paul Biya, if he come off outside, can cry and shame the devil itself. Then what you think about all the other small nyam focus for outside here? Because this one are their right-hand man on the territory for the colonial capital, for the colonial state, where they get breakfast with the Prime Minister and Mr. Biya. Now in this, they can't lament, they can't cry. They write now all these things and challenge Mr. Biya self. If when they claim say that war don't finish, the only way we will feel proof say that war don't finish, una drive, una carry una moto, una drive from Yaoundé, and when una carry this motor for drive, maybe una not carry army or gendarme or police for protect una. Maybe una not carry ammo car, maybe for front and so one be for back. You Paul Biya, you Diongote, you Atanganji, you Lele Lafrique, you all the ministers them, Ngole, all una. You Mengot, you Tabetando, you Mundi, una carry moto, una shidon inside moto, una buy petrol, una put them inside, Una drive that motor from Yaoundé. Una go reach, una drive and reach for Manfé. Una go through Manfé, Kumba. Una drive sote, una go reach Kumba. And then una drive from Kumba, una go reach Manfé. When una reach for Manfé, una drive that motor go reach for Ekok. Then una come out for Ekok, una come for Manfé, drive from Manfé to Bamenda. From Bamenda, una drive back to Yaoundé. If una reach Yaoundé alive, then una go make a conclusion and proclaim say the world don't finish. Ellie Smith, he tell Mr. Biya, tell Diongote, tell Atanganji, tell Mengot and the Tabetandos, say me they take this test. Now a top middleman of the regime, the one that they carry them for a helicopter, enter from Ambazonia, send them inside communities, send them to meet up the Sakos, the Cristianos, the Magbaretas, the Sikor. Now Ellie Smith, they can lament and shame the devil itself, Mr. Biya. Now Ellie Smith, they can challenge Mr. Biya, challenge the Diongote, and challenge all these nyamfukas and outside that make noise. They don't give them a challenge. He said that they test that, now the only measurement that with any person, if he talks it, the war don't finish. And since they not take that test, he advised and said, man, no finish. Very interesting. I don't always talk. The truth will set you free. The truth will set you free. Now this, just read them again once more. Dialogue. Now the only solution for the crisis for the Northwest and Southwest. The people who talk say peace, it don't come back for Northwest and Southwest region. Got the watch round. We don't get this war to go on for years now. Some people they continue for talk say the war for Southwest, for Northwest and Southwest, it don't finish. And they even continue for talk say peace, it don't come back. For the people, the way that they make this kind of big fat lie. I don't get bad for them all. I don't get anything against them. Now, the only thing where they fit do am for tell all man say this war don't finish and peace don't come back. I mean say for those one the way they lie. Now the only thing is what they fit do am. The only thing where we feel measure and believe say peace it don't truly come back. Now for these people that they deny, let me say they deny, say war not there again and peace don't come. Make they take their own motor, they drive themselves from Yaoundé to Manfé and to Bamenda, and then they come back for Yaoundé alive. Ellie Smith. I'm not be nothing that's so funny. Yes. When I drive, the only way now for drive from Yaoundé to Manfé to Bamenda, and then when I come back, if when I do it, and then when I come back for Yaoundé alive, then it really means say peace, it don't come back. And then he talk say, when una want go for, una want travel, una want drive down a motor by ourselves, for go Manfi and for go for Bamenda, make una not take any security, gendarme, army, police, any military, make carry una go. Muna not carry any ammo car. Muna not carry no military for transport una. Una do una self. Una travel by una self. As it be day before the war start. Mr. Elizabeth, it continue. Very interesting. Make Mr. Biya, Diongute and the regime, may they not feel shame for accepting that they make mistake by giving the wrong report, by taking a wrong action. Make them not feel ashamed for accept now say it been a mistake. Because the reality on the ground for the Ambazonia territory will be completely different from waiting Mr. Biya, Diongote, and all the colonial CPDM elites. They tell the people of Cameroun and they tell the world. He said that they lie to themselves. He talks about this one. Now advice. We the game for those foolish people then. We the one keep their post. He said this one advice. We the game for those lie people then. We the one continue for make money. It's a big palaver. They for northwest and southwest regions with their column Ambazonia. He talks, they say, make they take this advice. The big American general will lead the war for Iraq and also for Afghanistan. He talks, General David Petraeus, he talks, you cannot kill your way out of an insurgency. An advisor will give them. He continue for talk say, if the United States, the most strongest, powerful country, militarily and with big money for the history of mankind, if he believes, say, if he dialogue with the Taliban and pull out of Afghanistan, accept after 20 years with the United States, it lost $4 trillion for their useless adventure for Afghanistan. If they first go dialogue with the Taliban and then they pull out of Afghanistan, Ellie Smith he talks, say, what about the primitive people of Cameroun where they get nothing? Ambazonians, I want Tankuna. I want truly salute all our people there for standing firm, for standing for the truth, for standing for dignity for the Ambazonian people, for standing for the right of self-determination of the Ambazonian people, for standing for the protection of our people there. Will not be given, will not be give up, with all the temptations from the middleman. Today, the middlemen themselves, they don't accept the mistakes of their masters. They don't start for confess. And the middlemen, then now that they openly advise their paymasters, say una be make mistake, make una not be ashamed for accept say una be make mistake. It never be too late for accept una mistake. Una not be ever win those people then. Una not fit. Una not fit ever win that war. And the more una try for fight them, and the more Cameroun itself, it will be destroyed. He say una accept the reality. Okay. We don't come this far. Because every Ambazonia don't come to the conclusion the only way for our people then for secure a better future, live a better life, get human respect, live in dignity, live in comfort, get the basic things for life. Clean drinking water, constant, consistent flow of electricity, better roads, better school for our children, safe environments, simple opportunities for our people to have a say in their system of education, their legal system, their way of life, and our ability to govern ourselves and manage the affairs for the Amazonian people. Your resistance, your resilience, your determination, your commitment, now you don't make even the top middlemen, they don't speak out against the occupier, against their masters. Now them don't shame them and they tell them to accept the defeat. Accept the defeat. Accept the defeat. May God bless our people then. We're continue for pay on a liberation tax. Cameroon time don't come to an end. Make every person start for prepare for the takeover. The time they come. The collapse of the regime. The clock, the tick. Time. The collapse, the come. It will happen fast. Not leave them. Make it take you unaware. When America they woke up one day, they get for pull out of Iraq, of Afghanistan. It take the world by surprise. The time will come. The clock, the tick. the regime go collapse like that. We must prepare. I don't sing am for now. I will continue for sing am. You don't beat Cameroun. You don't defeat Cameroun. No, defeat them, beat them, and lost the territory because you're not prepared. The time for takeover don't reach. Last night, or early this morning, no, last night, yes, early yesterday morning, I sent out an audio for tell all commanders, every commander must do everything humanly possible. Forget 50 AKs for your barrack. 50. You don't get 50 AK, you never start. Every commander must start for prepare for the takeover. Prepare for the takeover. Every barrack, every commander for stay alive, every general for stay alive, you need 50 AK. Just for you and your forces and your community for stay alive. You need 50 AK. 5 machine guns and 3 RPGs. Do whatever it takes. Forget the money. For arm yourselves. Not kill Ambazonians. Forget the money. Do whatever it takes. As long as you don't kill our people. In the process, forget the money. Do whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. Forget 50 AKs, 5 machine guns, and 3 RPGs. The only way for stop all these weaver birds, these compromise agents, now for change the noise on the territory. As I talked 2 days ago, we need 500 well-armed and trained professional forces within the next few months on the ground. 500. Ambazonia must start for prepare for the takeover. The Ambazonian people must start for prepare for the takeover. All the generals and commanders where they did for the big cities, all the big companies they did will not collect liberation tax and put these 50 acres on a barrack. If you do operate around Fako, if you operate around Meme, all the big companies they did will not collect the liberation tax. Will not arm themselves to the teeth and prepare for the takeover. The Ambazonia Governing Council did do its best to move the process for all forward. We must start for prepare for the takeover. They don't start for confess. They don't start for beg. They don't start for admit the defeat. Take over your territory. Not leave them ever again. After all these sacrifices, not leave and make the 10 things around and can bring nyama nyama inside the whole process. And then bring some kind things in. We go make them Ambazonians. They go only get 20% of which they want. We don't sacrifice. We don't pay the price. we don't die, we don't sweat, we don't go through all sort of pain. Take the victory. Take the victory. Multinational companies and all big Ambazonian companies, the plenty inside the territory for pay the liberation tax will reach up to 1 billion. Only for Bamenda alone, the population of Bamenda and the companies that they inside Bamenda alone, if they pay their liberation tax, only for Bamenda alone, Ambazonia will raise more than 2 billion. 1 billion, 100 million, it will provide 100 acres. 200 million will provide 200 acres. 300 million will provide 300. 400 million will provide 400. 500 million will provide 500. So a billion, it will take it to 1,000. Now what do we need on that? 500 will get a half. 1,000 well-trained forces. The game is over. 500, La Republic will surrender. They will not go fit, take over the territory and provide the kind of security will be needed. 1,000 forces, well-trained, now will fit take over the territory and defend the major cities with 1,000 Ambazonian, well-trained Ambazonian soldiers. With the one the way they did now for the periphery, they go keep security for the villages. Now they work this ahead. I remind you now. Law number 1. A driver who did drive for inside Ambazonia, if you never pay your liberation tax, not drive. That law number 1 that. If you never pay your liberation tax, whether you drive a taxi, you drive your own personal motor, you drive some person motor, or you drive for some person. Whether you drive na public transport, you drive an agency. If that agency never pay a liberation tax, you that driver will drive that motor, not drive that motor. When the forces they catch you, you go pay that liberation tax 2 times more, 3 times more. Now law number 1 that. Not drive or you never pay a liberation tax. Law number 2. This one also apply for Okada. If you not pay liberation tax, not put your Okada for Ambazonia Road. Law number 2. If you be Okada driver, if you never pay, not drive. Law number 2. Not carry any person who never pay liberation tax. Because when they stop, now you the driver, they will hold you responsible while you carry person who never pay liberation tax. Number 1, make sure say the motor with the driver, they don't pay liberation tax for that motor. The driver don't pay. The passenger with the carrier must pay. So if you be driver, you carry passenger who never pay. When they reach for control, una must pay before una come off that place. We need to beg no person anymore. We don't educate una, explain them, inform una, sensitize them. No man, we not get time again for beg you for be free. Freedom now by force. Because when the Republic can't kill, they need beg you. They need spare any person. The freedom now by force. Because now war of liberation. You pay or you face the consequences. Pay or when you reach for road, they move you, they keep you for road. So which one you want to choose them? 10,000 for man picking for the whole year, for the entire territory, and 5,000 for women. And number 4 month this. Please pay your liberation tax for your own safety, for your own convenience. Make them not harass you somewhere. Make them not hold you somewhere. You don't need them. No man don't need them. And not call me. Not call any person. Pay your liberation tax. The freedom now by force. We must be free. We not get any time for debates. We not get any time for arguments. We must free our people and end the pain, the suffering, and the destruction with La Republique in the cause of our land. The end don't come for them. Before they want go, they go make sure they kill more and destroy more as punishment. So we defeat them. That's why we must prepare. Make all commanders, they enforce the liberation tax. I want to go after all companies. Every business from Ambazonia must pay a liberation tax. The next 3 months, we will be very aggressive for implementing the liberation tax. So if you get a business, just call me one time, pay a liberation tax before they can surprise you. If you get a business, just call, pay a liberation tax. I'm not talking about the kind of business this way I get them. How much is my liberation tax? You pay them in advance. If you build house, not start foundation, where you never pay the liberation building permit. Not start for build house. If you don't start for build house, you never pay the liberation building permit. They will stop you. We must do whatever it takes for put 500 to 1,000 well-armed soldiers from Ambazonia for the takeover. The mistake with Foncha and all the rest they make up for we for be for this position who will face a genocide. It must stop with us. We will not come this far and then we'll leave them. They can't give half solution. It will happen because we fail to provide the necessary forces for take over the territory and give the people them the sovereignty. You don't defeat La Republique. You don't beat La Republique. You don't shame the devil. Now not the time for take over. I hope say Witty Ellis Smith, you don't talk. A big sign of encouragement for all your sacrifices. So take credit, be proud, and celebrate your success. Which they talk. Ambazonia, shake day, shake day, shake day. See ya. Shake day. You tell me, shake day. Shake day na for La Republique. Shake day na for Mvomeka. Ambazonia. And this. Shake. No day. Ambazonia. Shake, you know, day. The only place where shake day